The ROG Phone 3 was just announced, and we actually had our hands on one pre-production unit for some time. We played with it, but then we didn't actually get a chance to review it. But we can share with you our experience using that phone, and we also talk about that phone in this video right here. The one that we got to play with is the full version, the Asus ROG Phone 3. Not the Strix version. There are two versions this time around, and I think Asus just saw the potential of last year's Tencent model, and that was hot selling as well, so they might as well just make it official across different regions, right? Okay, so the full ROG Phone 3, the non-Strix version, comes with a 6.59-inch AMOLED display with 10-bit color, HDR10 support, 144Hz of refresh rate, that is confirmed, and with 1 millisecond of response time, which is also very good. So the touch latency has also improved. It's only 25 milliseconds now thanks to that 270Hz touch sampling rate. So it can sense your touches a lot faster. That's it. And it is also supposed to be less tiring to your eyes because it's now TUV low blue light certified with hardware solution and flicker reduction certifications. It has both of them. So for the specs, the Asus ROG Phone 3, it comes with a Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset, which is, yeah, it exists. It's just that people keep saying that it doesn't exist, but here it is, the first phone to use the Snapdragon 865 Plus. So this Snapdragon 865 Plus is able to achieve 3.1 GHz clock speeds, which is 100 MHz more than what was leaked in the news rumor mill previously, and it is also cherry-picked. So what this means is that it's binned. There are mass production of this kind of Snapdragon 865 chipsets, so they will pick the best out of those mass-produced units and then overclock them to use 3.1 GHz instead. This is also what you call silicon lottery because not all chips are created equally. And it can also be configured to up to 16 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, and it can also come with up to 512 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage chips, which is the fastest available in the market right now. And just like last year, it comes with 6000 mAh battery, which I absolutely appreciate. And Asus this time around, they stuck with a 30-watt charger like last year, and the charging speed should be somewhere around the same as last year's ROG Phone 2. And now for the ROG Phone 3 Strix Edition. So it comes with a toned down specs version of the beefed up ROG Phone 3. So the Strix Edition comes with a Snapdragon 865, not the Plus version, and it comes with at most 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs of storage. And everything else remains the same. The display is still 6.59-inch, 144Hz refresh rate, AMOLED display, 1 millisecond response time, and 6000 mAh battery. Yeah. What's not the same here is aesthetics. So from what I've seen, the ROG Phone 3, the beefed up version, is a bit more sparkly at the back. And the Strix Edition is a bit duller. It doesn't have that sparkly design, and it seems like the back of that cutout design thing, which is kind of iconic on the ROG Phone 1 and ROG Phone 2, is now just a slab of glass on the ROG Phone 3 Strix Edition. But in this video, we are only going to talk about the ROG Phone 3, the beefed up version. So to cool that Snapdragon 865 Plus, what Asus done with the ROG Phone 3 is to include something called GameCool 3. So this GameCool 3 has been improved from the previous designs, so now it has a 6 times larger heatsink and a redesigned 3D vapor chamber heatsink for that chipset. So it is supposed to be wicking heat away from that SoC a lot better now. And to complement this GameCool 3, it also comes with this brand new redesigned Aeroactive Cooler 3, and this little accessory comes with the phone just like the previous generations of ROG phones, and it functions pretty much the same. So you plug it at the side, you get that proprietary jack thing to a full-size 3.5mm headphone jack and also a USB Type-C charging port. And what's new here is that you get a kickstand that is built into this Aeroactive Cooler 3. So just flip it out and then you can prop the phone on the table, which is nice since it has that dual firing front-facing speakers, so you can just prop it down on the table and watch your movies or whatever. What's not fun here is that if you want to use a wired headphone, earphone or whatever, you will need this adapter because the ROG Phone 3 does not come with a headphone jack. One more improvement that ASUS did is with the Air triggers. So it's the 3rd generation now, which is appropriately called Air Trigger 3. So what's new here is that it's longer than before. So what ASUS did with the firmware is splicing it into 2 parts, so you get double triggers on each side, totaling up to 4. They are all still virtual buttons, so you don't get any physical feedback when you press on them. And yeah, that's something to take note of, I guess. I'm not sure how you're gonna use it in real life while gaming, because it's kind of weird if you don't get any tactile feedback, whereas the Air triggers themselves are actually having what I would say as L1, L2 and R1, R2. Another new input method that you have here is, I don't know what they're calling this, there's no official name, at least at the point of this recording. What you can do is to assign the gyro sensor to have some input on the screen itself. So it's pretty much like a trigger, but instead of pressing the Air trigger, you shake the phone once. Now for the accessories. One of the main things that I like about the ASUS ROG Phone series is its accessories. So what doesn't come with the phone here is of course the ROG Kunai Gamepad 3. Yes, we did joke about it last year, saying that it's the Nintendo Switch, and it still is by the way, but this time around they did a lot of changes. So now both cons, I'm just gonna call them cons. Now they have a big paddle behind each left and right, so you get big paddles at the back. Yeah, you just get bigger buttons and it's easier to press. And this time around, the Kunai Gamepad can be split into 4 different parts. So you have both left and right kunais, kunai, and then the grip, if you want to put both cons onto the grip to hold properly, and then also the center part. So what ASUS did this time is that you can just take the center part, plug in both left and right kunais, and they also included this kind of pouch for you to put it inside, and then you can carry it around with you. Good idea, I guess, since it's much more portable this time around and you can just take that gamepad to wherever you go. And of course, if you want to use the Kunai gamepad on the phone itself, like the Nintendo Switch on handheld mode, you need the ROG Kunai bumper case, just like last year's version. That is to be expected, and yeah, that's it. And the second accessory that I want to talk about is the brand new ROG Clip. This is a new accessory which did not exist in the ROG Phone family before this. This is more like a phone clamp holder that converts and adapts that controller grip, either your PS4's DualShock 4 controller, your Xbox controller, or even your Google Stadia controller into a phone grip at the top here. So you can just hold the controller and then the phone is up top. That's good, I think. One more new accessory here is the lighting armor case. Not lightning, lighting armor case. This new design reminds me of the new ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14 with the anime matrix design, because it's somehow reminiscent of those, how do you say this? Dot matrix kind of design at the back there. I'm not sure if it's customizable or not because I don't have that detail as of this recording right now, but it's interesting to say the least. And there are also some returning accessories from before, like the twin-view dock 3. It looks the same as before, but I think the secondary display has been upgraded from 120Hz to 144Hz compared to the ROG Phone 2 generation, of course. And the mobile dock 2. This is something that I have not seen before, at least not with my personal eyes. And one new feature right here is to be able to switch between your PC and your phone with just a touch of a button. So what I think here is that ASUS included some sort of HDMI switcher inside the dock itself, so just press one button and it switches the display. And finally, one more accessory here is the professional dock. It's technically just a simpler version of the mobile desktop dock 2, which just means a typical USB Type-C hub to a display out, some USB ports, just like the Ugreen adapter that I've always talked about. And before I forget, I actually left out this accessory from the video itself, and this is called the Neon Aero Case. It's in bright orange neon color here. I think it's made of acrylic and it's semi-transparent as well. and it has all the futuristic cyberpunk ROG design printed on the case itself. So I just want to put this out there because I want to cover all the grounds. So as of now, I still do not have the official pricing of the ROG Phone 3, but from what I've told here, it says that the price in Malaysia at least will not be that far away from what was the ROG Phone 2's official pricing, which starts at 2,499 for the Strix Edition of the ROG Phone 2. ROG Phone 3, maybe it's just about 100 and 200 ringgit more than that. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but do stay tuned because we'll definitely have a full review of that phone when we have it in our hands, and maybe do a comparison with the Black Shark 3 Pro because most of you guys have been asking me if you should wait for the ROG Phone 3 or just get the Black Shark 3 Pro. So that's all for this video. Exciting times ahead for mobile gamers alike, and we'll see you in the next video.